Great morning, everyone. Let's just get right to it. Let's do an open read. I'm going to do the, what is this? The She Tarot and the Lenormand. And let's just see what it's going to point us to this morning. First thing is what's being eaten away. Eating away. At repression, oh, nope, got the wrong one. At perfection, eating away at perfection. So let's see what else it has to say. Now this eating away at perfection, this could be about, either the narcissist or the eating away at perfection could also be the opposite of that, of those that have no confidence, okay? Because you're perfect as you are. You have to accept yourself, okay? And be the best that you can be. And not allow these things to eat away at you to make you feel that you are lesser than someone else, okay? People that don't have a lot of money are not lesser than those that are wealthy, okay? That's just not the case. So don't allow this to eat away at your perfection. Be the best that you can be. So the next thing is about the clouds, the darker mentality. Depression, just not seeing, always seeing from a point of, the glass is half empty, okay? And order. So again, it's about your outlook. What is your outlook? Do you have an outlook of pessimism? Because that's what it's about. It's about pessimism. It's about not accepting who you are, what you are. It's about, again, this feeling of lack, this feeling of fatalism, and all the drama that goes with it. So what we have now are the arguments. The arguments when it comes to what's being birthed, okay, Mother Nature, what's coming, arguing about everything. So this is that feeling of just the, how to say it, this is not the positivity. This is not a place of positivity. This is somebody that's grousing about everything, doesn't like what's coming, doesn't want to see anything productive, wants to also could be the narcissist that wants to think that they're perfection and they want to put down everybody else. This is kind of that Magatonian type of thing of the blaming, playing the blame game on everyone else and arguing with everything that's coming in. It's that type of thing. So we have next the health. About understanding. So if you understand the consequences of this, if you are living in that mindset that nothing's ever good enough, etc., that's what you're birthing more of. If you are in that mindset, then guess what? You're going to see. Nothing is going to make you happy. Now we know that a lot of these ones that are very wealthy, they're never happy. It's never enough. They're always more greedy. And they have more wealth than they could ever spend in 3 lifetimes if they lived, a regular life. But no, they wind up getting themselves in debt, and they're miserable people. Miserable. It's like Trumpenstein always wants to put the blame on somebody else, okay? Wanting to project that they're better than others, but the others are always their problem. So let's see what else we have. The light being shed. So the light being shed, self-expression. So again, this comes back to who and what you are. What is the expression you're putting out there? Is it positivity? Or is it this expression, I'm better than everyone, and they're just negative? Negative. There are those, again, the narcissists, that the world revolves around them. And everybody else is to blame. It's never enough. They're always greedy. They're always miserable people. Okay? So again, what's the expression? Because what you put out there is more of what you're going to get back. Are you a person of positivity? Do you understand that there is order in the universe? Or are you, again, in the negative about it? Okay? You can see the positivity of the order of the universe, or you can be in the negative mindset of it. Are you arguing about Mother Nature and what's coming? Okay? Do you have understanding? If you have understanding about the waves and the way things work, then you'll have more health. So let's look and see our last thing, what's new. What is new? Is privilege. Okay, new privilege. Okay. Now, the wealthy, those that want to see new privilege of wealth and have themselves locked away from everyone, these are the ones in this reading that are the narcissistic perfection that need to put down everyone else. Okay? These are the ones that are in that negative mindset. But what's new in privilege could also be honoring the things that you do have that are giving you, how do I want to say it? The things that mean a lot to you. New privilege. New things that you have that you are grateful for, okay? The bright expression of seeing the new things that you have in life that you're grateful for, okay? The things that you have that make you feel as if you are, the word just went in and went out. As if you are it's not grateful, as if you are benefited, the things that are benefiting you, okay? The things that you have that make you feel secure, the things that you have that are precious, that are precious to you, okay? So if you understand that, and it's not always living in a palace and being locked away in there. It could be that you are just so abundantly happy with and gratitude for your life and just the things that you have that make you feel the word is not coming. It's not making you feel comfortable, but blessed and the things that you have that are really meaningful to you, okay? It could be friendships that you have, okay, that make you feel as if you are in a good space, understanding of health, okay? So the self-expression of privilege, honoring the things that you have, honoring who and what you are, honoring those things, having more wisdom and understanding with the things that are coming, being birthed, the order of the universe, and the perfection of it. You know, if you want to put out and you want to use quantum to bring things into manifestation, the way that you do it is you see that it's already here and you say thank you for it, and you put out specifically what you want to see, what you want to take place, and then you let go of it, okay? Because then when the order of the universe, when things come together, it will manifest. That's the way it works. Now, you don't continue to hang on to it, looking for it, because in that you believe that it's not here, and again, then you are distancing yourself from the thing you want to create. Okay? So we have to be in that space that it's here, we know it's here, and again, we are just living our life, and when the time is right, it's going to manifest. It's going to come into alignment. Now, we have those, again, that are holding for peace, holding for light, holding for love, and we have those that are in the narcissistic, that the world revolves around them. They're better than everybody else, and they're miserable because whatever they have, it's never enough. You know, I don't understand why these people, they get a windfall of money and they want to run out and buy this huge palace, the size of a hotel, with, you know, where they've got to have 12, 13 bedrooms. For what? You can only live in one room at a time. So why is the first thing they do run out and buy this big palatial thing? And then later they want to sell it. They can't sell it. They can't get rid of it. Okay? You see that happen with these ones in Hollywood. All of a sudden they make it, or ones that are been in you know, sports, and they get money, and all of a sudden they want to run out and buy this big thing, you know, and look at me and how grand I am, and then they can't get rid of them. Okay? You know, where I live, this is not considered a large house. It is a 3-bedroom, but for me, it's way too big. I wanted to get a little tiny place, and I can't find it. You can't find them. Okay? You just can't find them. So if I had my druthers, you know, I'm happy being in my little bitty car. I could live in my cars without a problem. I could do it. You know? This is just, you know, just too large. It's too. So I don't understand why people have to have the biggest, or they need to have the biggest designer labels, etc. Clothing or clothing, okay? Why do you need to have the biggest designer label? Okay, but that's what they do, and they want to parade that around, etc. But they're never happy, those people. You think Trumpenstein's happy? You think his wife Melanoma's happy? She sold her soul for money, and how happy is she? Yeah, no. Not happy. When life hands you lemons, squeeze hard. But again, either you're going to be grateful for your life and see the things that you have and are grateful for them, and the things that bring you comfort, the things that are precious to you, that make you feel prosperous. And it's not always money, okay? It's not always having the latest thing. Now, I see these people going out and buying these cars as well that are $50,000, $60,000, and then they are in horrendous payments. I saw some that were paying like $800 a month, and they're paying it for like 7 years. I was just like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? All of my cars I have are paid. I don't owe a penny on it. Now, I was paying for the road trek, but I sold that. When I sold it, I was able to, of course, you pay it off. And so I don't have any kind of payments anymore. And what I was having to pay for payments, now that money is coming back to me every month. I'm not having to have that layout. Okay? And my, again, my credit cards paid way, way down. Now I do keep some sort of a balance on it to keep it open, to keep your credit score, just in case you need it, okay? In case you need it. But a lot of people just use these, and then they think, well, this is on sale, so I'm going to get it with my credit card, and I'm going to save money. But you're not, because look at the interest you're paying on the credit card, okay? So you're not saving money by buying it because it's on sale now, so I'm going to get it and yeah, no. It doesn't work that way. So I will use, if I'm going to get something that is going to be costly, but try to pay it off in like 3 installments or something. Break it up. If you need to get a set of tires for your car or something like that, you have a big issue that you have to pay out on, then do that. Now, one of my cards, I use it mainly for gas. I use it for gas, so I'm always putting something on, but at the end of the month, that gets paid off, okay? So for something like that, I will use it, and that's working out well. I stopped using my one credit card because their interest rates are crazy. Another one, they just raised the rates on it, so I don't use it, okay? Don't use it. I may put on one thing on it in every couple months or something, some small thing, pay it off, but I'm not going to just arbitrarily keep handing them money. And this is what's so crazy. In order to have credit, you have to have big bills and then pay them off and give them a bunch of money. It's, they don't want to give you credit if you don't owe anything. So it's just backwards. The more they can get you to spend and pay them every month, the better they think your credit is. But how many of these people wind up filing bankruptcy? So again, a lot of it doesn't make sense. So sorry, this morning's was a bit all over the place. But you either have this viewpoint of health and being satisfied with where you are, who you are, etc. Of course, you're going to be the best that you can be. That's so important. but being grateful for what you do have. See from a point of light rather than pessimism and dark and blame and drama. Because people that are in that mindset of fear and drama and blame game, etc., they're never happy. So do you want to be wealthy and be miserable? Or do you want to have very little and be happy? You know, if I have a roof over my head, I have enough food, okay, I'm a happy person. Okay, I'm ahead of the game because I have been homeless before. I have had that experience. And it was miserable, losing everything and then having to start over, okay, and build things up again. It's not a fun experience, okay? I can tell you that. That's a miserable place to be. So again, you know, either you're grateful for the things that you have, or you're pessimistic and miserable. And that's a choice we make, okay? Look for the best that you have and be grateful, or be miserable. Now, I was watching this thing this morning, and they were talking about the wealthy ones in Miami, that they're pissed off because these are the people with a lot of money. They're losing their businesses, okay? Like I said, Walmart's not happy. The owner, Target's not happy because of the tariffs, okay? When the wealthy start becoming really miserable, then Trump's downfall is nigh. He doesn't care about the little people. But when the wealthy, the ones that he was surrounding himself with, they gave him money so that they could get better tax, things. When they become unhappy, then Trump's downfall is on its way rapidly. Okay? And that's what we see happening now. So when the shelves start to become empty, with everything that you see that's gone there, you know that this is coming back on Trumpenstein. Okay? And he is having a very bad day because those that are wealthy have access to him, and they will let him know in no uncertain terms what an idiot he is and how he's ruining their lives. And so don't think that he's going to be having a good day. So on that note, I'll go ahead and leave that here. We were just kind of rambling all over the place this morning. But we'll go ahead and get the other cards and look and see, an open read, what's taking place. Let's look and see. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you online. Did any of this make sense to you today?